She approached Andy, which startled him and made him pee everywhere on the floor, and on Woody too. Being drenched in his urine made him harder than ever. Andy-senpai, I'm alive and I want to be inside of you. Oh, Woody-chan, I always knew you were alive. I want to stuff you up my kawaii ass. Woody grabbed a bunch of flavored lube and rubbed it all over his head. Oh my, it's cherry flavored lube. Cherry is my favorite. Woody then stuffed his head up into Andy's tight ass. The other toys around the room watched intently as Woody shoved his head back and forth into Andy's nice ass, continuously making a squishy wet noise. The other toys also became aroused, and they all gathered around Woody and Andy and started to urinate all over them, and then started to masturbate. Oh my goodness, Woody-chan, you're turning my insides up so well. Your nose is stimulating my prostate. Oh yes. All the other toys became so aroused by this that they could not help themselves anymore. They pushed Woody completely inside, and they all went inside. All of them wanted to be inside Andy's nice round ass. No, wait guys. My ass cannot hold this much. I'm getting so full. All the other toys went inside of poor squirming Andy, and pretty much he was beyond full and died from having his insides completely damaged. The mother came inside and found Andy dead with a huge ass hemorrhage on his anus, with a huge belly full of toys. You got a friend in me.
Warning, the following fanfiction is some, sexy-ass shit. Heavy Lovin' by Clock Crew. I wrote the TF2 fanfic. Enjoy. The game started as the players rushed out of the spawn. The red team ran out sadly to discover that the other team wasn't there. The Heavy said to Medic, "What do we do now?" After hearing this, the Medic proceeds to unzip his pants. The Heavy screams out in joy, "I love this, Doctor!" The Heavy's gargantuan cock is pushed slowly into the Medic's tight asshole, slowly stretching wider to accommodate the Heavy's raging erection. The Medic moans and groans did nothing but make the Heavy's dick harder. Eventually, the Medic's anus no longer could stretch anymore, as it fit the Heavy's man-meat like a fleshly anal glove. The engineer seized their fun. It got him so hot. He didn't know what to do. He whipped out his throbbing junk and started jerking his one-eyed wonder weasel. Unfortunately, his self-love accidentally catches the Heavy's attention. The engineer stepped out. The Heavy and the Medic had felt that they were caught. The engineer stepped out and said, "Erect in a dispenser." The Heavy continued to plow the Medic's ass as the engineer had fun with his mouth. It lasted over an hour. Endless anal stretching and constant amounts of cum. But neither of the three could stop being erect. The only one who had not came was the Medic. Then said, "I'm fully charged!" The engineer and the Heavy get out of the way as he came with such a force that the poor unsuspecting scout took a liter of cum, hit him in the face. The three men began having fun once more as the Medic stuck his dick in the Heavy's ass, as the engineer began having fun with the Heavy's dick using his mouth. The scout walked into the room, seeing the old man menage a trois, and prominently yelled, "Need a dispenser here?" The engineer looked at the scout who had his pants down and was bent over a desk. He walked up to the scout and began to stick his cock into the scout's unusually tight anus. When he stopped, the scout turned around and started giving the engineer a blowjob as smoke surrounded him. "Spy stepping my sentry!" Suddenly the spy brandished his butterfly knife, cutting off the engineer's cock. Due to the mass amount of blood flowing to that vital appendage, the engineer promptly fell unconscious. Storing the cock in his coat pocket for later, he continued to cut off the cocks of the Medic and the Heavy, again keeping the members for himself. The spy had fun that night. Thanks for watching.